Start making your way in this morning. I tell you, I'm excited to be in the house of the Lord. I love the scripture that says, better is one day in His house than 1,000 elsewhere, huh? So, I got to tell you guys, I was listening to my worship music on the way in this morning. Anybody heard that "Raise the Roof" by Brandon Lake? Oh man, I'm ready this morning. I don't know about y'all. I am fired up and ready to go this morning. So, I'm going to encourage everybody to bring their heart of worship today. But we got to get the business at hand, right? We got to get the business at hand going here. So for those of you who are new, maybe, I see a whole row of new people, but they know me. They know me even before I was Pastor Kelly. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Pastor Kelly. I'm the associate pastor here at Sunshine. And we just want to say welcome. We're glad you're here this morning. If it's your first time, second time, third time, we've got these little cards right in front of you. All my friends are holding them up right now. And they're called our connection cards. If you want to fill that out, Steve right here on the front row today, front row Steve is going to be back at the back at the end of service with a gift for you. And he's going to be glad to just meet you and collect these cards. And we'll try to touch base with you soon. But let's get into the business at hand, right? Let's get into the services today. So today's Communion Sunday. Anybody notice that? Oh, man, that's my favorite Sunday. Favorite Sunday of the month is Communion Sunday. So Pastor Aaron, he's still traveling. He's on his way back. Right now, he'll be back sometime probably today, tonight, something like that, right? And so, he'll be back in the office this week. So, if you're looking for him and you didn't want to talk to me, then he'll be back then, right? Absolutely. So, well, let's stand up this morning because I'm excited to get going. Let's stand up this morning. And we have this question of the day. But I want to tell you guys, before we go on, because, I turn it over to Kelton after this. And he gets to do how the Spirit leads him. But yeah, I told you I was listening to that song this morning, "Raise the Roof," right? And I'm telling you, this morning we need to raise the roof, right? We got to remember one of the lines in the song goes that there's more power in the hem of His garment than in the enemy's camp. And I'm telling you, that's where we need to go this morning. Grab hold of the hem of the garment and don't let go this morning. Welcome, Lily. Glad to see you. But I want you all to grab hold of the hem of the garment this morning, right? And hold on with desperation. Let's worship with desperation today. Let's seek out the presence of God today with desperation. If you're here with us on Wednesday nights, we're talking about desperation, to be desperate for the presence of God, to be desperate for a revival of our spirits. How many want to have a revival of their spirit right now? How many need that touch? I see a group of people this morning. The Bible says, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, then my presence will be. So I'm telling you, we've got all the right elements today. Now, how's our hearts going to be? Are you going to dive in deep? We talked about this. Deep cries out to deep, right? If you're not in the deep end, you're probably not going to understand what's happening. So jump into the deep end this morning. But let's do this question of the day today as we get to meet each other this morning here. If you see somebody you don't know, I can tell you there's a whole front row of people who would love to shake your hands this morning. Second row of people who would love to shake your hands this morning. And you can ask them this question because they are state fair goers. What most are you looking forward to at the state fair this year?
All right, if we can kind of find our seats, a couple things I'd like to say. First is mine's the Cattleman. If anybody's concerned, I love the Cattleman out at the fair. Just love it. Can't get enough of it. So on this garage sale, as you guys know, I'm running the garage sale, and we had a pretty successful garage sale. We got a lot of stuff. And when you get your stuff and get it all set up, you got to kind of revise your goals. Everybody in here pretty much knows my goal. And I'm going to hit it. I just didn't hit it this year, but we hit the goal for what we had. We had to revise our goal. I'm just going to kind of give you a ballpark. Aaron might go ahead and fine-tune it once all the money's in, but we hit over $5,000 for the sale this year. Yeah. Now, with that being said, you guys, I mean, I'm sure you put sales on and whatnot, and in my world, I get stressed and I get nervous, and do I have enough stuff? Am I going to sell it? Am I pricing it correctly? It's just a bunch of garbage that's in my head. And Josh and I talk a lot, and Josh talks me off a lot of walls because I just get nervous. And Proverbs 3:5, and that's just my verse. And that verse, it was funny, this year, I didn't have a whole lot of stress because I started the sale out with this verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. It just, I mean, mic drop. That's it. And that's why the sale was just so much easier this year. I want to start, and I'm going to speed up, I want to start Sunday night. You know, I came up here and asked for a bunch of help. This church, and I tell people that, you know, at the sale, hey, man, if you come to this church, you're adopting a family. And that's what happened. I had so many people come up and help us Sunday night. That trailer was full, folks, and everybody saw how big it was. It took us an hour. That's how many people were here, and that's how fast it got unloaded. So I want to thank those who showed up Sunday. I also want to take just a second and thank everybody that helped at the sale. I want to thank my mom. My mom's worked tireless. Cindy Morris, she's not here. Cindy Morris was there in Falana. They were there. Oh, Cindy is here. There's Mama. Lydia stayed with Diane and I. So we'd come in the morning. I'd come in the morning. Diane would go to work. We'd work all day. I'd go home at 4. Diane and I would eat dinner, pick her up, bring her back. We'd stay till 7 or 8. Lydia was here the whole time. She left when we left. This woman's incredible. Shirley, same thing. Rhonda, Michelle Pageant. Michelle came and filled in for my mom, was just tired, and she filled in at the desk. Joshua. You have no idea. Kitchen did real good. I think just over $550. I think the kitchen raised, which was awesome. I want to thank Mother Jeanette, Mama. She cooked, man, just biscuits and gravy is fire. It's just good. If you guys didn't have any, you got to come next week here and have some, I'm telling you. Vicky, Teresa, Sue, they all help. Sue is there every day working. The reason I'm up here, after service, and for you at home, you can come. After service, everything downstairs is free. Come help yourself. We will not be delivering it. We will not be holding it because I have to pack it up to make it disappear because we have a 7.